Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about the topic is multi-rate signal processing from the subject digital signal processing. Okay, so it's a 2013 regulation, ECE BME department paper. So EC 6502. Okay, so this is the fifth unit, the multi-rate signal processing. So already I posted the 4 unit videos. Okay, so in the playlist of that all videos are available in my channel. So there is a separate playlist is created for each subject. So under digital signal processing playlist, all videos are available. You can see. Okay, or I will give the link for that videos in the description box. You can refer it. Okay, so the first we will see the question. What is the process of converting signal from a given rate to different rate? Okay, what is the process of converting a signal from given rate? Here rate is nothing but sampling rate. So one sampling rate signal is converted into different sampling rate signal. That process, it is called as what? It's a sampling, normalizing, sampling rate conversion, none of the mentioned. Sampling rate conversion. So what is sampling rate conversion means? The name itself answer is that if we want to convert a signal with one sampling rate into different sampling rate, we can use the process. It is called as a sampling rate conversion. So in sampling rate conversion, there are two types there. One is downsampling, another one is upsampling. So the name itself answer is that upsampling. Upsampling means the process of increasing the sampling rate. Okay, for example, the given input signal is having the sampling rate is 10 kilohertz means if you want to increase the 10 kilohertz to some 20 kilohertz means that is called as upsampling. Then the process of converting some higher sampling rate to lower sampling rate, it is called as a downsampling. Okay, so this upsampling and the downsampling, it's a very important thing in sampling rate conversion. So the sampling rate conversion process is a very important thing in multi-rate signal processing. So the name multi-rate. So multi-rate means in that in same DSP processor. Okay, in a digital signal processing, so we may use a different sampling rate in different stages. Okay, while designing the digital signal processing, we may use different sampling rate in different stage. It is said to be multi-rate signal processing. So we will see the next thing. The system that employ, okay, the system that employ multiple sampling rate are called multi-rate DSP system. This is true or false? True. Okay, if in one DSP system that uses different sampling rate in a different stage, it is called as a multi-rate DSP system. Then the next one, which of the following methods are used in sampling rate conversion of digital signal? Okay, so which method is used in sampling rate conversion of digital signal? So the different thing is there. One is D to A converter and A to A converter, performing entirely in digital domain. None of the mentioned. Then D to A converter, A to D converter, performing entirely in digital domain. So the last one is the correct choice. Okay, in order to process the sampling rate conversion in digital signal, so we have to use the D to A converter. That is, first the digital signal can be converted into analog. Then we may use A to D converter, as well as we can perform entirely in digital domain. Okay, so the sampling rate conversion of digital signal can be accomplished in one of the two methods. Okay, one method is to pass the signal through D to A converter, filter it if it is necessary. Okay, if we want to remove the noise signal means we have to use some filter. Then we have to resample the resulting analog signal to desired sampling rate. Okay, this is the one method. Then the second method is that the sampling rate conversion entirely we can perform in digital domain. Okay, so both this A and B is the answer. The next one, there is a no requirement to process the various signals at different rates with corresponding bandwidth of the signal. Okay, so it's a true or false? It's a false. Okay, so that is what is the reason means, for example, in telecommunication system, that receive and transmit different types of, we have to transmit and we have to receive the different types of signal. Okay, So there is a requirement to process the various signal at a different rate. Okay. So the different rate, it uses the different bandwidth. So the statement is false. Then the next one, which of the following is the advantage of sampling rate conversion by converting the signal into analog? Okay. So while using the sampling rate conversion, first we are converting the digital signal into analog and we are processing the sampling rate conversion. Okay. So what is the advantage in that thing? Less signal distortion, quantization effect, new sampling rate can be arbitrarily selected, none of the mentioned. So what is the advantage means the new sampling rate can be arbitrarily selected. That is the advantage. Then the next one, which of the following is the disadvantage of sampling rate conversion by converting the signal into analog? So while converting the signal into analog, which one is the disadvantage? So the disadvantage is that the signal distortion and quantization effect. Okay, the signal distortion, we will get more amount of signal distortion than the quantization error. Okay, both the thing is the disadvantage of the sampling rate conversion by converting the signal into analog signal. Then next question, in which of the following sampling rate conversion are used? Okay, so in this narrow band filters, digital filter bank, quadrature mirror filters, all of the mentioned. So in all the three things, okay, while designing narrow band filter, digital filter banks and quadrature mirror filter, we can use this sampling rate conversion. That is, we can use the decimation and interpolation operation. Okay, so the decimation, it is called as a downsampling. Interpolation, it is called as a upsampling. So both the thing we can use in this all these types. Then which of the following use the quadrature mirror filter? Okay, which of the following use quadrature mirror filter? Subband coding, transmultiplexer, subband coding and transmultiplexer, none of the mention. So in which thing we can, this quadrature mirror bank, both subband coding and transmultiplexer, we can use this quadrature mirror filters. Okay, so there are many applications this quadrature mirror filter can be used. So in that, the subband coding and the transmultiplexer, both are the applications of quadrature mirror filters. Then the next one, what is the process of reducing the sampling rate by a factor some D? Okay, so already I explained in sampling rate conversion, there are two sampling rate conversion is that. One is up conversion, another one is down conversion. So here, what is the process of reducing the sampling rate by some factor D? So if we want to reduce the sampling rate, some to 20 kilohertz to 10 kilohertz means what is that process? That process is called as decimation. Okay, so in sampling rate conversion, there are two processes that decimation, interpolation. Decimation is a down sampling. Okay, reducing the sampling rate. Interpolation is called as the upsampling. Upsampling means increasing the sampling rate by some factor. So the decimation, it's a process of reducing the sampling rate by some factor D. Okay, it is called as a downsampling, the downsampling or decimation. The next thing, what is the process of increasing the sampling rate by a factor I? Okay, so that is the reverse thing. If we want to increase the sampling rate by a factor I, we can use the process, it is called as interpolation. So interpolation, it is nothing but it's a process of increasing the sampling rate. Okay, it's a process of increasing the sampling rate by an integer factor I. It is called as the upsampling or interpolation. So this both the thing you can remember it. So decimation, it's a downsampling. Okay, process of reducing the sampling rate. This interpolation, it's a process of increasing the sampling rate. So these two, decimation and interpolation, it's a process used in sampling rate conversion. The next one, the sampling rate conversion can be as shown in figure below. So you see this, the block that is this square with one upward arrow with L means this block indicates this is the upsampler. So upsampler means interpolation. So we have to use one box with upward arrow with L means it's the interpolation. then arrow, down arrow with the symbol M. It is called as the decimation. So this is decimation by the factor M. This is interpolation with the factor L. Okay, sometimes interpolation instead of the factor I, we may use L. In some books, in the process decimation, the decimation factor D, instead of D, we can use the M also. So here you see this x of n is the input signal, this signal with the sampling rate fx. So this fx sampling rate input signal is given to first upsampler, okay, interpolator. Then the interpolated signal is given to one filter, okay, h of z. Here it is called as a filter. So you know what is the output sampling rate of this interpolator? L times the fx. So L into fx. So the output signal coming from this interpolator is having the sampling rate, it is L into fx. Then that L into fx is given to one decimator. This decimator having the decimation value, that is the down sampling value is capital M. So that's why what is the sampling rate obtained by this decimator means, so what is the input applied? L into fx. So the output can be written as L into fx divided by M. So here the input sampling rate fx is multiplied by the factor L divided by M. Okay, so this diagram is given. So the sampling rate conversion can be as shown in the figure below. So this is the sampling rate conversion or not? It's a question. It's a true. Yes, it's a sampling rate conversion. Here both upsampling and downsampling is performed. Okay. Then the next one, if fx and fy are the sampling rates of input and output signal respectively in the above diagram, then what is the value of fy divided by fx? Okay. So here you see the fx is this one. What is fy? The output frequency. Okay, the output sampling frequency, it is nothing but fy. So what is the value of fy? Already we discussed L into fx divided by M. Okay, L into fx divided by M. So here the question is that what is the ratio fy divided by fx? So from this fy divided by fx is equal to L divided by M. Okay, so here instead of L, okay, instead of the interpolation, so there is I is given. Okay, so the interpolation factor we can use instead of L, we can use I. Similarly, instead of the decimation factor M, we can use the letter D. So that's why L divided by M, it is indicated by I divided by D. So this B is the correct answer. Okay, so here the input signal is of the sampling rate fx. So it is interpolated by L. So the output frequency coming from this interpolator is L into fx. Then L into fx is given as an input to decimator having the value M. So the output signal can be written as L into fx divided by M. So the ratio fy divided by fx is equal to L by M. So here instead of L, here I is given, instead of M, the decimation is given by the D. So I divided by D is the answer. Okay. Then the next thing, which of the following operation has to be performed to increase the sampling rate by an integer factor I? Okay. So which of the following operation has to be informed to increase the sampling rate by some integer factor I? So if you want to increase the sampling rate of the input signal by the integer factor I, or which of the operation you have to perform? Interpolating I plus 1 new sample, interpolating I minus 1 new sample, extrapolating I plus 1 new sample, extrapolating I minus 1 new sample, interpolating I minus 1 new sample. Okay, so if you want to increase the sampling rate by the integer factor I, it can be accomplished by interpolating I minus 1 new sample between the two successive sample. Okay, so in between two successive sample, we have to insert I minus 1 zero samples. Okay, that process is called as a interpolation. Then next thing, in one of the interpolation process, we can preserve the spectral shape of the signal sequence x of n. So in interpolation process, we can preserve, okay, we can preserve the spectral shape of the signal sequence x of n. This is true or false? This is the true. Okay, we in interpolation process, we can preserve. Then the next one, if x of z is the z transform of x of n, then what is the z transform of interpolated signal v of m? Okay, if x of z is the z transform of x of n means the interpolated signal z transform. It is given by capital X of z to the power L. Okay, z to the power L or I. Okay, instead of L, we may put I also. Then the next thing, if x of m and v of m are original and interpolated signal, and wy denotes the frequency variable relative to the new sampling rate, then v of wy is equal to x of wy into L. This is the correct or not? Okay, yes, it's a true. So where x is the input signal, v is the interpolated signal. You see, x of m is the input original signal, v of m is the interpolated signal. So if the two signal can be related by the output frequency, that is the output signal v of omega y, it can be written as x of omega y into L. It's a correct or not? It's a correct. Then the next thing, what is the relationship between Wx and Wy? Where Wx is the frequency of input signal, Wy is the frequency of output signal. So which one is correct? Okay, so in the interpolation operation, okay, in the above operation. So the answer is Wy is equal to Wx by I. Okay, Wx by I. Since if the input signal is Wx means the output frequency is I times the Wx. So Wy is equal to Wx into I. Okay, thing. The next one. So you see Fx is equal to I into Fx. So the frequency variable Wx and Wy are related by the Wy is equal to, okay, sorry, listen. So here it's not a correct thing. The answer A is the correct. Okay, if it is a interpolation operation means the output sampling rate Fy is equal to I into Fx. Okay, so the frequency variable, so Wy it can be written as Wx into I. Okay, so A is the correct answer. The next thing, anti-imaging filter. Okay, anti-imaging filter with the cutoff frequency omega c equal to pi by I is specifically used dash upsampling process for removal of unwanted images. Okay, so we can use anti-imaging filter. Okay, so anti-imaging filter with some cutoff frequency where we have to use. Okay, after upsampling, before upsampling, at the time of upsampling, after upsampling. So after performing the upsampling process, okay, so once the upsampling, after performing this upsampling process, we can use the anti-imaging filter, okay, anti-imaging filter in order to remove the images. Similarly, if the downsampling, okay, in downsampling process, so before performing the downsampling, okay, here downsampling, before performing the downsampling process, we can use the anti-aliasing filter. Anti-imaging filter we have to use after interpolation. Similarly, anti-aliasing filter we can use before decimation process. Okay, these are all the important two filters used in sampling rate conversion. Interpolation used with anti-imaging filter. Anti-aliasing filter is used with decimation. Okay, then the next thing, the device which performs the downsampling process is called as dash. Okay, so which device? In order to perform the downsampling process, we can use the device, it is called as decimator. So the decimator, it is a device used to perform downsampling. Similarly, the device which performs upsampling, it is called as interpolator. Then the next thing, decimation is a process in which the sampling rate is enhanced, stable, reduced, and predictable. So already you know decimation. What is decimation? It's a process of reducing the sampling rate. So in decimation, the sampling rate is reduced. Okay. So parallelly in interpolation, the sampling rate is increased. Okay. So there may be a next question. Interpolation is the process in which the sampling rate is increased, that is enhanced. Then the next one, if we downsample a signal x of n, then the resulting signal will be an aliased version of x of n. It's a true or false? True. Okay. So that is, if you are taking downsampling, so the resulting signal we will get aliasing effect. So in order to avoid the aliasing effect, so that's why I told previously. So before performing the downsampling, okay, downsampling or decimation, we can use the filter. It is called as an anti-aliasing filter in order to avoid the aliasing. Okay, anti-aliasing filter we have to use. The next thing, what is the folding frequency for the aliased version of x of n with the sampling rate f? Okay, what is the folding frequency of aliased version of x of n? So the folding frequency formula is that f divided by 2 into d. Okay, f is the sampling rate, d is the decimation factor. The next one, to what value should the bandwidth of x of n has to be reduced in order to avoid the aliasing? Okay, so in order to avoid the aliasing, the bandwidth of the input signal has to be reduced by which amount? F divided by 2d. Okay, f, the f max, the bandwidth, we can select it as a f divided by 2d. The next one, which process has a block diagram as shown in the figure? So you see the first one, this is the input signal. The input signal is given to first one low pass filter. You see the low pass filter, it will allow the frequency in between minus cutoff frequency minus pi by m to pi by m. Then after passing through this low pass filter, that filtered signal is given to downsampler. So what is this block diagram tells? So this block diagram, it's a complete process decimation. So downsampling, before performing, in order to avoid aliasing effect produced after downsampling, so we have to pass the signal, okay, to anti-aliasing filter. This block indicates anti-aliasing filter. Anti-aliasing filter, it's a simply low pass filter, okay, with some the specific cutoff frequency. So the input signal, we can pass it to the anti-aliasing filter, then that filtered signal is given to the downsampler. So this complete diagram, it is called as a decimation. Similarly, the upsampling followed by one filter, one low pass filter, that filter is called as anti-imaging filter, means that complete diagram is called as interpolation. The next thing, which of the following is true about the filtering operation of x of n? Okay, filtering operation on x of n. It's a linear, time variant, none of the mentioned, linear and time invariant. So which one is true? Okay, which is true about the filtering operation on x of n? So the filtering operation, that is a linear and time invariant. Okay. Then the next thing, if x of n produces y of m, then x of n minus n naught does imply y of n minus n naught for any value of n naught. It's a true or false. Okay, so it's a false. So that is, if x of n produces y of m, we note that x of n minus n naught does not imply y of n minus n naught until the n naught is a multiple of d. If n naught is a multiple of d, we can this x of n minus n naught and y of n minus n naughts are equal and similar shape. If d is not a multiple of n naught is not a multiple of d, the two things is not similar. The next one, the linear filtering operation followed by downsampling of x of n is not a time invariant. It's a true or false? It's a true. Okay, so linear filtering followed by the downsampling of x of n, it's not a time invariant, it's a variant. Then the next one, if hd of omega is the frequency response of low pass filter, then for what value of omega, hd of omega equal to 1. Okay, if hd of omega is the frequency response of low pass filter, means for what value of omega, this hd of omega equal to 1. Okay, that is the modulus of omega in between pi divided by d. So in between the frequency, okay, so the frequency between minus pi by d2 plus pi by d. Minus pi by d2 plus pi by d, the hd of omega, it will having the value plus 1. The filter eliminates the spectrum x of omega in the range pi by t to pi is pi by t to pi. The statement is true or false? It's a true. Okay, so the filter, it eliminates above this pi by d to pi, it eliminates the thing. Similarly, minus pi to minus pi by t, it will eliminate. The next thing, the sampling rate conversion by a rational factor I divided by d is accomplished by what connection of interpolator and decimator? Okay, so in sampling rate conversion, there is a one important thing is that sampling rate conversion by rational factor. Okay, rational factor means here the I and d is not an integer, it's some the variable value. Okay, so here the interpolator and differentiator we can connect parallel or cascade or convolution cascade. So in that we can use interpolator and a decimator in a cascade thing. Okay, so already we discussed one diagram you see. So this diagram, this is the sampling rate conversion by the rational factor. Okay, so you see this is the sampling rate conversion by rational factor. So here the x of n signal first interpolated, then the interpolated signal is given to the downsampling decimator. So this is the sampling rate conversion by rational factor. Okay, so here the interpolator and decimator are connected in cascade. Okay, cascade means series. Okay, the next question. How is the sampling rate conversion achieved by I divided by D? That is by increase in the sampling rate with I, by filtering the sequence to remove the unwanted images of spectra, then by decimation of filtered signal with factor D, all of the above. So in order to perform the sampling rate conversion by I divided by D, so first one, we have to increase the sampling rate by the factor I. Okay, first we have to use interpolator. Then we have to we have to pass it via filter. Okay, in order to remove the unwanted images. Then the next thing we have to pass it via the decimator. So this is the complete process. It is called as decimation, sampling rate conversion by a factor I divided by D. So all of the above is the answer. The next thing, which of the following has to be performed first in sampling rate conversion by rational factor? Okay, so if you want to perform this sampling rate conversion by rational factor I divided by D, first we have to perform interpolation or decimation. Interpolation we have to perform. Okay, the first thing, we have to increase the sampling rate, then last we have to reduce the sampling rate. So first we have to perform the interpolation. Okay, so you see, first we have to use interpolation. Then only we can use the decimation. Then which of the following operation is performed by the block given the below figure? Okay, so what is this thing? It's a sampling rate conversion by a factor I, sampling rate conversion factor by D, sampling rate conversion by D by I, sampling rate conversion by a factor I by D, sampling rate conversion by a factor I divided by D, where I is a interpolation, this L. Okay, L, D is the decimation. The next one, consider the steps given below. Which among the following is a correct sequence of designing steps for sampling rate converter? So while designing the sampling rate converter, which one we have to follow? First one, computation of decimation interpolation factor for each stage. Clarification of anti-aliasing, anti-imaging filter requirement. Then designing of filter at each stage. Calculation of optimum stages of decimation interpolation yielding the maximum efficient interpolation. So in which order we have to perform means in this order. First B. First, clarification of anti-aliasing, anti-imaging filter requirement. This is the first step we have to choose. Then the next thing, the calculation of optimum stages of decimation interpolation. Then the computation of decimation and interpolation factor for each stage. Then the last one, designing of filter at each stage. Okay, so these are all the steps we have to follow while designing the sampling rate converter. Okay, so thanks for watching my channel. And these are all the some of the questions from the 5th unit. Okay, so if you want to learn the remaining 4 unit MCQ, so I will give link in the description box. Okay, or otherwise in my channel. So there is a separate playlist is created for EC650 to digital signal processing MCQ. Okay, so you learn from that videos, or if you want to learn the signals and system MCQ and antenna and microwave engineering MCQ, electronic circuits to MCQ, you can use in my channel. There is a separate playlist is created for each subject. Okay, so you can use. Okay, so thanks for watching my video, and please subscribe my channel for more videos and share this video to your friends also. Thank you.